What is truth?
On the 3rd of June this year, I called a longtime friend and we had an interesting conversation. I will not go into all the details that led up to a discussion, but he asked a pertinent question, and this is what I will be discussing or addressing in this video.
In this world of chaos and confusion, it is not easy to choose a path that is meaningful. Some choose a path based only on someone else's opinion. Others choose a path based on fear and dictation. But there are those that choose their paths based on knowledge. I am among those few. If you ask me, I will tell you, let knowledge be your path to true freedom.
In the early part of our dialogue, he wanted to have an understanding of what I mean by truth. Because if you have subscribed to my channel, you know I usually make reference to truth seekers. So this friend of mine was trying to figure out what exactly is this channel about. From our conversation, I gathered my friend defined truth as something coming from within oneself. And I agreed up to a point. But after all little discussion, my friend's perspective plagued my mind. And that's why I decided to make this video. In the event you support my channel and also need clarity of what my channel is about, you will know by the end of this presentation. However, before I say anything else on the matter, I deemed it important to define the words true and truth. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, true means being in accordance with the actual state of affairs, conformable to an essential reality, and fully realized or fulfilled. Here are a few examples. Example number 1.
All living things grow and develop.
Example number 2. The opposite of living is non-living. Example number 3. Computer programs are made of algorithms. According to the same dictionary, truth means the quality or state of being true, or that which is true or in accordance with fact or reality. And finally, a fact or belief that is accepted as true. Here are a few examples. Example number 1. Not all that glitters is gold. Example number 2. Not everyone that shits on you means you harm. But not everyone that gets your water means you well. Example number 3. No matter how little or how much, no one can deny you your personal experience.
So, now that we got the definitions out of the way, it's time to tell you what my channel is about. I started this YouTube channel out of an earnest desire to share my life with the world. No doubt this might not always be a good thing, depending on what I'm sharing and how you interpret it. Even so, I felt compelled to give a summary of my life and experiences, so as to help others like myself find a way to survive after leaving the church. I wanted to bring some clarity to some of the misconceptions about who we are, where we came from,
why we are here, and where we are going. Another reason for this YouTube channel is to interact with different people who might respond to my videos. But I also wanted my church family to understand why I left the faith without having to make a public church announcement. A few know. Most realize I am not a consistent member anymore, while others might be speculating. If for whatever reason I never see my church family again, they will have my vlogs, recordings, or books for answers. Okay, so we generally only seek to find the truth of a matter when we realize there is falsehood at work. If we have been deceived into believing or accepting something as true when it was actually false, we will want to know the truth about it. That is why it is important that we seek the truth. If we accept everything willy-nilly, fable and fantasy as true, we become gullible and vulnerable to evil devices. So there must be a process in finding out whether something is true. My friend was right by saying if we want to find the truth, we must look within. But I also know I don't know everything. In addition, some of the things I hold as true could just be my personal beliefs. Again, you can find previous videos where I touched on this topic, except this time I'm divulging a little further. I also talked about the fact that I believe we came here to live, learn, and grow. Now, while my friend's view is not wrong, I think it's incomplete. Here is why. We become what we think about, and my friend agrees. In other words, as a man thinks in his heart, so he will be. Now, this idea can work for us or against us. It all depends on what we think about ourselves and our world. If we continuously think we are devils, then we'll manifest devilish things. Likewise, if we feed our thoughts positive things, we can create heaven on earth. But let us go back to the third definition of truth. It reads, a fact or belief that is accepted as true. There are some things we hold as true which facts confirm. But there are also some things we hold as true, which is our personal beliefs. In order to make the distinction between what I think is true and what is known to be true, I must seek outside sources. Like I said earlier, I don't know everything. Suppose I say all women are Delilahs. Would that be a true statement? No, it wouldn't be any more true than a female saying all men are dogs. That statement, although I hold it as true, is only my personal belief. Because the only way I can prove that to be true is if I was in a relationship with every woman on the planet and they all betrayed me. That's a scary thought to think about. Here's another example. All Christians are hypocrites. Would that be a true statement? Again, we know the answer is no, because it's not grounded in facts and evidence. So my channel is a collection of personal and non-personal experiences. I share my truths as well as the collective truths of others. This means I don't have all the answers and I'm learning day by day. It also means sometimes my truths are from personal experience alone, and other times from facts and reality. You must be the one to decide what you accept as part of your personal journey. If you accept everything I say without question, then you can be easily led astray. But if your experience and mine coincide and together they are confirmed by facts and reality, then we can say we are part of an objective reality as opposed to a subjective reality. We can also say all of us share in similar experiences, but not all of our experiences are based on facts and reality. The final point I want to make is we must know where to find truth. Sometimes we must only look within to find truth. Other times we must go searching. Otherwise we might delude ourselves. If the truth you are searching for is not dependent on facts or reality, then you need not look anywhere else but within. That truth becomes your truth. Whether you are right or wrong, it's true to you. For example, I believe I am a spark of divinity. Yes, I actually do. This truth does not necessarily have any bearing on facts or reality because it is an abstract concept, but I still believe it. However, if I say I was the President of the United States of America, then you would be like, really? Prove it. As Carl Sagan said, extraordinary claims requires extraordinary evidence. So, unless I was able to prove this claim, it would not only make me out to be a liar, but it would also be embarrassing. I mean, look at me good. Do I look like I would be the President of the United States anytime in the past? That is why when I present certain truths, I do a little research because I don't always feel comfortable just sharing my opinions, especially about topics people take seriously. Topics like religion. Whenever you hear me say I believe, it means I have accepted a concept or an idea without evidence. In the same manner, when you hear me say I know, it means I have accepted a concept or an idea based on evidence. In other words, when I say I believe, it caused me to go within myself. While when I say I know, it requires me to search outside for evidence. Even if I say I know a thing before proving it, it remains my personal truth until there are facts to support it. And reality, meaning the objective reality, confirms it. So I hope I did a good job in explaining what my channel is about, and you now have a better understanding of why I call you and myself truth seekers. At the end of our discussion, my friend and I agreed on many things. In fact, we share similar ideas on YouTube. We won't agree on everything, and that's alright. That's what it means to have an individual perspective. At the end of the day, we both understood our thoughts create our own realities. Thanks for watching, and please remember to hit that like button. Subscribe if you are not already subscribed to my channel so you can keep up to date to my latest content. And as always, let knowledge be your path to true freedom. See you in my next video.